Diki. ASMR, and welcome back to the channel. So today's video is very exciting because I'm collabing with Marisa. I love her videos so much, so everybody please go check her channel out. I will link it in the description box down below, plus pin her comment if she does comment. And her ASMR is great. If you like lo-fi vibes, she brings it to the max, We decided on my channel, since you all know I love tarot, and she actually has this really cool cat tarot deck, we decided to go through the entire major arcana for you guys. And there are around 22 cards, numbered from 0 to 21. So we're going to be going through them. We split them in half and everything, so I'm doing the later half. She's going to start in the first part of the video with her first 11 major arcana. And then if you guys want, you can check out on her channel. We do makeup and hair together. But yes, so I'm going to go ahead and pass you guys off to Marisa. I hope you guys enjoy her lovely ASMR. I'll see you guys soon.
Diki's channel. Hello. I am Marisa ASMR, and I'm so happy to be here today. Thank you so much, Diki, for collabing with me. So I will be starting off with the first 11 cards in the major arcana deck for tarot. I have this cat tarot deck right here. The first card is number 0, the Fool. The Fool, 0. And then right after the Empress is the Emperor. The Emperor, the Emperor. The Emperor holds all the cards with absolute authority. After all, a cone only prevents cats from biting themselves. Everyone else is fair game. But power must be used responsibly, and this card reminds us to exercise serious self-control. Master yourself, and destiny will follow. Destiny will follow. Destiny will follow. Follow, 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 follow. The Emperor, the Emperor, the Emperor. The next card is the Hierophant. The Hierophant, the Hierophant. The Hierophant, or High Priest, is associated with Odin, the one-eyed god of wisdom and prophecy, and his raven companions. The wise elder always follows the rules, sometimes even makes them. But what about the rules that are meant to be broken? The countless meant to be jumped on, the upholstery meant to be clawed. Sometimes it's okay to turn a blind eye. A blind eye. A blind eye. A blind eye. Blind eye. Blind eye. The next card is the Lovers. Look how cute they are. Look how cute, look how cute, look how cute. The Lovers. Love, like sunshine, can scorch if you stand still too long. Burning love is exactly that, and embers require tending. Remember that this card is often associated with choices. Yes, no, stay, go. Are your ears burning, or are your feet getting cold? Yes, no, yes, no. Yes, no. Yes, no. Yes, no. That is the Lovers, the Lovers, the Lovers. Next we have the Chariot. Absolutely love the way the cat is sitting on this chair. Reminds me of my old cat a lot. The Chariot, the Chariot. The Chariot, the Chariot. The Chariot, the Chariot. The Chariot. This card reminds you that you're the one who holds the reins. The winged upholstery represents your freedom to fly, while the top reminds you not to spin your wheels. You're in control. You sit and stand when you wish. 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 Chariot, chariot, chariot. The next card is Strength. Just look at that mighty roar. Or a yawn, perhaps. Strength, 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 strength. This is card number 888, typically 9. No collar can contain you. The dangling infinity world goes about its business. The Eye of Horus suggests protection and healing. Here is a safe space to turn your gaze inward. Soul searching may lead you to new realizations or past selves. Realizations or past selves. That is the hermit. And lastly, I have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune. Card number 10, but technically 11. Wheel of Fortune. This card reminds us that life is circular and cyclical. Sometimes you're at the top of the wheel, and sometimes you're at the bottom, but you'll always go up again. The bowl of water represents plenty. The eagle, strength. Mice represent trust and opportunity. So many upsides. Let the spinning wheel spin. Let the spinning wheel spin. Spin, 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 spin. Wheel of Fortune, Wheel of Fortune, Wheel of Fortune. Let's go over to Diki and she will finish the major arcana. She will finish. Bye from me. Bye.
Alright. Welcome back, my loves. Isn't Marisa just amazing? I loved watching her video. But now it's my turn. So, we are going to be using the Medieval Scapini Tarot deck. This is one of my favorite tarot decks. I love the imagery in this so incredibly much. So let's begin. We also have a little booklet that it came with to read from, if you will. So I have all the cards we're going to be going through. This is what the back looks like on them. Isn't that just gorgeous? Starting off with our first card. Card 11 in my deck is Force, otherwise known as Strength. And you're probably saying, Diki, what is going on? Marisa's card number 8 was Strength. And that is because my deck uses a different system than yours does. So she follows the original RWS system where 8 is Strength/Force and then 11 is Justice. But mine is actually the opposite. So 8 for me is Justice, whereas 11 for her deck is Justice instead. So normally I would be reading you guys about Force, but since Marisa already covered Strength and Force, we're going to go ahead and pretend this is card number 11. The Marseille style decks usually follow this system where Justice is 8, Strength is 11, whereas RWS, as I mentioned, Justice is 8, Strength is 11. But as I mentioned, since Marisa covered Strength, let's go ahead and read about Justice. Look how beautiful this artwork is. Look how beautiful this artwork is. Her dress is red and blue with a gold lining. Her headdress is composed of 3 towers with 3 doors, like the temples of the great fertility goddess Diana of Ephesus. And the neckline of her dress is anchor-shaped. In her right hand, Justice holds a sword, and in her left hand, a scale. She is surrounded by a curious arch. So, the meaning of this card speaks to justice, fairness, harmony, being very balanced, equity, righteousness, virtue, having, firmness of character, being very sure of yourself. But if we flip it, it could mean bias, false accusations, and imbalance, bad judgment even, or intolerance, unfairness, abuse. Next, we have card number 12, which is Hanged Man. So here you have a hanged man, and this imagery runs with the blood of sacrifice. So at the foot of the right pillar is a pelican, the bird which, according to the legend, feeds her children with her own blood, and which was frequently shown in allegorical art at the top of Christ's crucifix. On the left, the dragon bites at its tail. Let me see, where's this dragon? You can see the dragon biting its tail here. And this illustrates the law that which is above is below as well. It's the same as what's below. As above, so below. And the hangman usually means sacrifice, life in suspension, taking time for yourself. As you can see, he's like hanging upside down, but he's chilling, he's fine. So this usually can mean you're bored, or at the same time you're in a period of rest and you're trying to see things from a different perspective. But reversed, this card can speak to lack of sacrifice, unwillingness to make a necessary effort, preoccupation with ego, or even a useless sacrifice, like something you're trying to get. You're sacrificing so much for it, but it's not looking good. Next we have card 13, which this is like one of my favorite cards in this deck, aside from the Star World, which we will get to in a minute. But this is known as the Death card, or in Marisa decks, just card number 13. It doesn't have a name, because labeling it with death, people usually think it's very bad to get. You know, this is actually such a great card, because from change comes new chapters. There's a skeleton dancing on blue ground, holding a scythe whose handle used to be a human spine. The pose of death resembles that of Shiva, the Hindu god of destruction. So yeah, this landscape is pretty grim looking, but divinatory meanings, this means transformation, clearing away, cleansing the old, making way for new, risk for renewal, change, alteration, maybe the abrupt ending of a period, but the beginning of a new one, But reversed, this could mean stagnation, immobility. You're not willing to change, you want to stay where you are, or maybe even slow changes. It's not a great abrupt change, but rather slow. Or even maybe an avoidance of a serious accident. Just miss getting really injured. Next we have Temperance, which is card 14. Temperance, this is so beautiful. An angel pours liquid from one vessel to another. The golden urn is solar, embodied by a lion, and the silver vessel is lunar, embodied by a crescent. The mysteriously androgynous features of the angel resemble those of John the Baptist in the painting by Leonardo da Vinci. Temperance means moderation, accomplishments through self-control, being completely in balance, perfect union and harmony. It talks about compatibility, making adjustments to get your life on track again, good influence, could speak to a highly regarded, well-liked person, confidence. Reversed. Could mean disunion, conflict, interest, hostility, inability to work with others, difficulty understanding others, impatience, and frustration. Card 15 is the devil. So the body of the devil embraces the four elements. The wings are air, his red face symbolizes fire, the scales on his legs symbolize water, and the goat legs symbolize earth. His wings and the star on his forehead indicate that the devil was once one of the angels of heaven, known as Lucifer, who was the bringer of light. We have people dancing the tango down here as well. And there are demons, male and female demon. So the devil usually means being trapped, downfall, bad experience, malevolence, violence, temptation, getting into temptation, of evil. It could mean self-destruction, an ill-tempered person, not someone very nice to be around. Whereas reversed, the devil card can mean release from bondage, throwing off shackles, respite, divorce even, recognition of what it means by another person, and the beginning of spiritual understanding, the first steps towards enlightenment. And we have the Falling Tower, otherwise known just as the Tower, so this is like the scariest card to get in tarot readings. Good and bad. She comes out when it's real. The Falling Tower. So the foundations of this tower are with sand, so it's very easy to see why the tower's falling over. Because it's not very strong. The tower basically means complete and sudden change, the breakdown of everything, including your beliefs, abandonment of past relationships, severing of friendships, misery, bankruptcy, termination, downfall, disruption, loss of security, loss of stability, loss of love, setbacks, and terrible change, as you can tell. But reversed usually means something better, but in this case, not really. It means continued depression, following old ways, living in a rut, inability to affect any worthwhile change, and entrapment in an unhappy situation. Sort of like you're in prison. Sort of like you're in prison. With great destruction comes the ability to build yourself anew. So this is my all-time favorite tarot card in any deck, and it is the Star. So we can see a young woman kneeling at the edge of a pond. Her long hair flows around her naked body. And she holds different vessels in her hand, and she's pouring out both of them, one in the water, one in the ground. It speaks to optimism, good omens, being with yourself, starting from ground zero, but nonetheless starting. It speaks to spiritual love for sort of like an ascending star, so it's astrology, astrological influence rather. There is the proper balance of desire and work, hope and effort, love and expression, and this is a very favorable card, which suggests that desire and energy are essential to happiness. Now reversed speaks to unfulfilled hopes, disappointment, pessimism, bad luck, lack of opportunity, stubbornness, imbalance, conclusion of an unsatisfactory business experience, or relationship. So that was card 17. This is card 18. This is the Moon. So this is kind of an intense card. You have a lot going on. You have different towers. Some pretty ominous clouds come in. You have this like sea crustacean coming out. Some dogs. Similar to a sphinx over here. This card speaks to deception, obscurity. Something's being lied about and you don't know what. Trickery, danger, error. This is an omen or like a warning almost. Bad influence, ulterior motives, insincerity, fake friends, double dealings, false pretenses, disgrace, slander. Again, not a very fun card. But reversed, this card can speak to only a minor deception, which is recognized before damage is done. Trifling mistakes, overcoming bad temptation. It can mean gain without paying the price, so sort of taking advantage of someone. But then we move on to bigger and better things, because after the moon finally goes to sleep, we have the sun rising. This is a fun card. A joyous card. So there's a young boy and a young girl on this horse. The boy is said to be Hercules, and he carries his son over his head while the girl holds a distaff. So this means satisfaction, contentment, success. It means engagement, love, joy, pleasure in daily existence, earthly happiness. Good friend, high spirits, warmth, achievement, acceptance of life. So a very good card overall to get. However, reversed, it can speak to unhappiness, loneliness, possibly a broken engagement or marriage, cancellation of plans. It could mean lack of friendship, clouded future, and delays. card 20, which is the card of judgment. It's a really epic looking card. Epic looking card. And we have a City of Tombs, which is awakened by a blast from a trumpet that's coming from an angel. And this card speaks to judgment, which is in the name. So the need to repent and forgive, the moment to account for the manner in which we have used our opportunities. So it speaks to rebirth, rejuvenation, the desire for immortality. And the possibility exists that someone is taking unfair advantage, which they'll come to regret. So sort of maybe like a lawsuit or a personal conflict will be concluded. And it's important which side you're on. If you're treating others right or wrong, you will be judged for that. Now reversed, it can mean delay, disappointment, failure to face facts, theft, alienation of affection, and deep worry. Now we have our last and final card, which is card 21.